Well, good evening, everybody. And how are we today? We're just going to double check here a little bit of something first, and then we are going to press 5 sets of our the Maui Mac burger that we've seen in the videos that grew all summer. We dried it and we hung it, dried it, and then we put it in a paper bag for the last couple of days and kind of remodulated everything. I don't know, it's kind of what I do. And then got all 6 jars, what are they, about pint jars full of all the good tops and everything. And I'm just looking here. I put about half of the bottom lower larf into 5 press bags, got it all prepared. So first bag's going to be a 20 gram, then we go to 25, 26. I guess I didn't write down what this one was, but it was 33. I don't know why I didn't write it down. And 34. So there we go. Okay, so first thing, we've got everything ready. Our press is just come to temperature. Oh yeah, feels good. Put on our little light gizmo here. Ooh, there we go. So first we're going to start with the 20 gram. You can see here I got it, 20 gram. It's the smaller of the two. Just did a direct fold. Put it in our little baggie here. You guys have seen all this before. You know the story. I just kind of prepped everything before we started, just to make it easier. Okay, and we feed this in there. Now I gotta admit, these are kind of big, especially the 34 gram one. I don't know if I can squish that. Well, it's not so much squishing it as getting it into the press. That's where you need a little bit more clearance. Always a little gentle working and fixing. And there we go. Oh yeah, it fits in there like a nice glove. Feel the back right there. Tighten it up. Let's bring her up a little bit. Looking about right. Okay, there we go. Now we're just going to open this up so we can see what we're doing. And get her enough. And there. There we go. Probably see the bag in there now. I'm not sure how much this is going to produce, so give her this pre-squish and warm it up. We're going to start this at 180. All right, now they're sitting at 182, even 81. Okay, looking good so far. We still got some jaw on each side. We've got lots of jaw on the back here, so we'll just let this up a little bit. Shove this under a little more. There we go. There we go. Okay, we are ready now. All right, so how was everybody tonight? Everybody doing good? Monday night, ready for the long week. Me, I haven't been doing too much. Just chilling, enjoying winter. We got a little bit of snow finally. Okay, now that we're hot and down there, hot and heavy, give her a little squish here. Okay, we're up to 1,000. Oh, it doesn't squeeze as well, eh? It's definitely a little different. You're getting something. Something. I had to reset this up out under construction, everything, so I don't have room to have my own press room and stuff like that. So, gotta do with what I got. Hopefully, you guys can see that. Probably not, but there it is. There's the goodies. Take this off, put it up there. There we go. See that? There we go. So this is Maui Macburger outdoor. Being pressed at maybe 182. Don't have the best place for my jack. That's quite a lot. Definitely not no Bubba Kush. That stuff was oily. This was a lot drier. Getting a little drip. There we go. This thing keeps wanting to turn on me. I gotta figure something out. There we go. It's quite clear. It's very clear even at, well, now it's at 186, so. Not looking too bad. What are we on here? About 6 minutes now. Still producing. So this was 20 grams. And what are we getting over here? Oh yeah, we're getting over here in the corner too. Lost my knack from my bag. I had good bags before. Looks like I'm forgetting how to cut them. Actually, I was probably in a bit of too much of a rush. So we'll give it a little more pressure. There we go. And it looks like we're almost done. There. Still getting a little out of the corners. I may have let this dry a little too much too. I was kind of thinking of that when I was putting it in the bag. It's not as moist. And I think that has a little bit to do with the flow. This middle one is nice, very clear. A little darker coming from the corners. But it looks like we're about done on that one. Okay. Okay. Down. There we go. There's one. Definitely has a different smell to it. Looks like I could have squeezed it a little longer maybe. But here we go. Here's our there we go. I guess I should zoom it out a little bit here. There we go. Hey, I Grow Weed. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. We're just pressing some flower here that the outdoor that I've been growing all summer was finally dried. So I took and I, trim jailed there for a day, probably 4 or 5 hours in the afternoon. And what else? We just took all the bottom of the trim, not the trim really, but this lower buds and shit, the larf as they call it. And we decided to press about half of it. And so I started with a 20 gram, I go to a 25 gram bag, and then I got a 26, a 33, and a 34, which I don't know if I'm gonna be a little too much maybe, I don't know. Now it looks like that last one I didn't have it pushed in far enough, so here we go. So this is the second one, 25. Try to get her in here. There we go. I may have let this dry out a little more than to my liking. I kind of left it in the bag for one day too long. But there we go. We will see. Because I noticed with that other stuff that was more damp, it actually produced more, but when it sat in the jar, dried it out, it well, the first time I kept the lid on it, it was quite watery. So then the second time I left the lid off it, and it turned into what I wanted, just the right consistency. So there we are. Oh. Okay. Right on. Yeah, welcome. Have a smoke one for me, because I got my hands full right now. You know how YouTube just loves that stuff. So far I've been good with my lives. I haven't had one restricted yet. So I guess that's probably a good thing, right? It's funny. If I show a bud, they don't like it. But I can sit here and show you how to make oil out of all of it and everything. And that's fine. So stupid. Okay, there we go. There's the package. There's the package. Oh, I see I did something wrong here on this one. Put the package in backwards, this one. I took them out to weigh them and then put them back in backwards. So that's like, give me a better time to get a good stuff. You can see this is taking up almost a full 1 inch by 3 jaw. I'm having 20, what's this? This one's 25 grams, so 30 might be a little difficult. But there we go. Takes a long time to warm that up. Oh, there we go. Just get it down there nicely. Give yourself some room there. Yep, should be on the jaw enough. Take our little magnet over here. Put it on there. Hold that up. Get rid of these edges. They irritate me. There we go. Okie dokie. That should be getting warm. Alright. Wonder if we should try this one a little warmer. That was pretty decent color on this last one. I think we can go a little bit hotter. We'll go 5 degrees hotter. There we go. Okay, that was starting to feel pretty warm now, so we should just give her a good squish. There we go. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Nothing coming out. Perfect. Yeah, so we're bringing her up now. Thing likes to keep closing here. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, oh, there we go. We got the drip coming. That's only at about 200 psi. Oh, look at that. Look at that color. Can you see that? Okay. Hey, Scotty, how's it going? Sorry, I was a little busy there. Just, getting that stuff all set up is kind of a one-time job. The gold news, yeah, look, how does that look, guys? That's pretty yellow, isn't it? That's not bad for that outdoor, man. And we're at now peaking at about 191. I got the base set at 185. You press keef and dry sift. And how does that? It's the same? I would think it's the same. At first I was told not to break up the buds, but I find I've been breaking the buds up to quite small. So I'm wondering if you just had, just like I said, just dry. Like tree sap. Yeah, it is, eh? Not a lot though. That's 25 grams. And if you notice, we're not getting like the Bubba Kush that I had where you were getting you know, 3 good drips. This one actually produced a nice one out the middle though, didn't it? And I'm only at half pressure. I haven't given it full squeeze yet. So let's bring this up to about 3/4 of the press. Yeah, there we go. Coming out the sides now. Okay, maybe it just likes to be a little hotter. And 20 really, that bag. When I squished it in there, it didn't feel full. So there we go. Yeah, this is looking a little better. But yeah, the color's still fine. I think this temperature is just fine for that. Like tree sap, bro. Yeah, I love that. That's a good way of it. No, for hash, I haven't tried this way yet. What do you mean for hash? Uh, oh, you mean like just super dry or watered, or I mean washed, like wash out bubble hash. Is that what you're referring to? I haven't tried that either. I was thinking about trying it, but I don't know. We'll see. Everybody likes this. They're happy with this, so this is just less work for me. But I think we are about done, eh? Doesn't look like a whole lot more is coming out. We'll bring it up to max pressure though. Just for a good squish. But it's making little noises. Lots of air in it. I don't think I've packed the bag tight enough. It's not sticking out the back though. So we're good there. Okay. Yeah, it is a little darker now. See the second gob that come out? A lot darker than the first. I press hash dry sift and bubble. Okay. Okay, yeah. So when you were talking for the other hash, it's just like keef hash that you roll up and then press it. If the sift is good, it would turn to oil from the pressure pressing it. Well, that's the part, and then what you're trying to do is squish the oil out of the trichome heads and then leave the trichomes behind. And you just have oil or a rosin, whatever you want to call it. I call it oil because it just reminds me of kind of oil. It's really nice. I just rub it on a paper before I roll up one. It's lowered my smoking intake by at least half because you actually get fucking stoned off it, right? So I was tired of smoking weed, and even my wake and bake, you get up, smoke a joint, and it's like, oh no, I need more. I need another better kick. And then pretty soon doesn't even do anything. So, oh shit, I had a little leak, boo. But there we go. This is a little darker once we left it, but the sides are nice and golden. But that middle is a bit dark on that second ball that came out. Yeah, the return of these are not quite as good as I was hoping. This stuff's, well, it's outdoor, right? It's not growing inside under light. It looked pretty good in some of those videos there, but you know, the quality just is not there because the plant just can't grow at those temperatures, so can't expect to make it if you can't grow. Oh, it looks like we had a leak, eh? Now I can't. I'll have to get a new bag there, which is fine. It's a whole drip, so we'll just clean this up off there quickly. I wonder if that'll cause any problems, having that little bit on there. Sorry, I better check here. If the SIF is good, it would turn into oil from the pressure pressing, but yeah. G-Bay Genetics. Hey, how's it going? Drippy drip, you betcha, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I haven't done that either. The old press hash, but that's what got me started on doing this. As my buddy used to do that. Okay, so turn this around. Keep putting these bags in backwards. So here we're gonna go up to 26 grams. Think we should run it a little hotter. I didn't mind the look of that. I think we can bump this one up to, let's go 190. Up. Oh, it just about no fit. She's a big one. Oh yeah. Everything is full. I think we're gonna have to squish this one a little bit before we get it in there all the way. We gotta pre-flatten that. We'll go half. We'll warm it up. We'll put this at 190. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go 195. There we go. 193. That should be good. Okay, we'll do a little snipperoonie here. And another little cut here. Whoops. Kill the light. There we go. Had to use the wife's counter. I just waited till she decided to go to work. Give me the night. Kids are in bed. Everything is good. And I'm making myself another batch. Good stuff. Alright, we'll get right down there. Get her squished up. As you can see, that's still quite thick. Sorry, I'll just take a look at the chat here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I can't see your message, grow weed, there because the heart is covering it. I don't know. See, I see something here. I might have a problem in this one. There happens to be a stem right there. You can see it. That's why I like breaking my weed up, just for the second time I've had that. I might pop a hole in the bag right there. So I'm using 90 micron 3x6 bags. Yeah, 90 micron, yeah. There we go. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to show you. Ooh, that's pretty warm. See that lump right there? Where is it? Right there. I can't see anything. Can you? Oh, yeah. Right there. See that lump? That's a stem trying to poke its way out of the bag. So what we're going to do, good thing is when it gets nice and hot, it gets nice and soft. And you can maneuver it. There. think now we'll be good. You know, pulling that bag out, still, I bet you it's only half the temperature, maybe 100 degrees. It wasn't overly unpleasant to touch, so it takes a long time for these big amounts to get fully heated up. Guess I can zoom back out too, eh? There we go. It says, yeah, I need to start getting, I can't make out that last word, wheeze. Getting, I don't know, wheezes. I don't know how to remove that heart from that corner of the chat box. Let me try something here. No, that doesn't work. Okay. Gonna bring this up a little more. Now we're starting to get some pressure on there. And bring her up to about quarter pressure. Yeah, I think this will work better. I think 195 might be a little better. Feels a little easier to push. And bring it up to about half of where I need to go. Oh, yeah. See, this temperature is a little better. But a little darker. You can see right now, it's a little darker. Most definitely. Okay, can't even see with that shit. So bring that back in again. There we go. Give you the bird's eye view. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to start changing, getting wheezy. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got you now. Yeah. That's what, as we get older, just, smoke is smoke. Keep putting it in your lungs. So this here, this hits me a lot harder for my lungs. Like it does make me cough, but one, I just feel better because I haven't smoked as much, and I like walking around with a joint in my hand all the time. It's probably not the best. Oh yeah, see there we're getting. What was this one? This one was 26. That's much better. So yeah, this one needed to be a little hotter temperature to get a good flow, which is understandable. It is an oil. Okay, we'll bring it up to about 3/4 of the where it should be. But it is noticeably darker. I don't know if I like that. It's got a lot of bubbles in it too. I think it'll be okay. The yield will make up for the slight change. This will go to whoever wants to smoke it. But there, that's looking a little better, eh? Now we got a 33 and a 34 gram bags left. Let's get a goal. Let's keep this. I'm kind of okay with that color. It's a little darker, as you can see, than the other ones, but it's not too bad. So I think I'll keep this because this looks like it'll give a good return. And we'll bring it up for the final squish. Okay, there we are. there's a big one up there that wants to run, but it's funny. This stuff makes a noise though. I can actually hear it doing something right now, where the other ones I couldn't. Hey, Uncle Polly, how's it going? Sorry, I missed you there. How's it going? What am I pressing? If you followed along with me this year, I grew a big female outside. There was two of them. The one in the back was a Maui Mac burger. She actually grew enough that I actually harvested her and dried her and stuff. And she smokes okay. And so decided to press her and see what we get. So this is just the lower, this is none of the like the good buds. So, oh, you just found me. Oh, right on. Oh, well, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I thought you were already subscribed. I've seen you around lots. But yeah, we're just so we just previously squished a 20 gram bag. What I'm using is the 90 micron 3x6 bags. This looks good. This looks about done. And we pressed a 20 and then a 25 and a 26. This one was the 26. And we started out at 180 and 185, and then we went to 190 on the temps. 190. This is a 190. Looks pretty good. Bags are coming out pretty well pressed. I'll show you here in a minute if you wish. Coming out. Oh, shit, that's pretty dark, eh? There we go. Well, they're turning out pretty good. I'm not sure what the yields are. The yields I'll have to. I'm doing this actually in the kitchen right now, so there's no way to collect this. It'll have to be taken out, put outside, and cooled down. We're still not freezing out really. It is colder outside, so that makes it easy to collect, but it's not freezing. Okay, so now this is a 33 gram bag. We're going to keep the same temperature. Might be a little difficult to get into the press hole. Squish this down my hand a bit. I tell you, when you start getting 30 grams into a 3x6 bag, you know, it's definitely 2 by 5 inches of 1 inch thick of solid bud, solid flour. There we go. But these bags just fit in there perfectly. I'll just get this squished down a bit. I squish it down a bit and then I let it preheat because something, you know, 1 inch thick. Gotta let it warm up. Hey, you good luck. Go kick some butt, man. See you later. Thanks for stopping by, Weed. Yeah, it's all right, Uncle. No worries. We do what we do. Don't need to apologize. It's all great. Just appreciate you stopping by. We're just doing a little press. You know, I don't know. I like watching the oil come out. I just do. It's fascinating. And there's not a lot of people that show it. There's a couple, but they don't do it very often, or they don't show it actually dripping. I don't know. It's the drip that actually gets me. Okay, looks like we could get this bag in a little more. So I kind of squish it down a bit so it's small and maneuverable. Then I relocate it in my jaws. That way I don't have any of the bag. Always have a hard time. It wants to come out the front a little bit. So, I leave about 3/16 of an inch. The back I've never had to worry about it because this first primary paper kind of, when I set it up to the back just so when it squishes, it leaves about 1/8 of an inch of stuff left over. And that just seems to fill everything up. And nothing, extrudes too far or gets pushed out or anything. So, okay, let me get this down here again. Okay, there. We'll let her sit there for a minute and let her get some more temperature up. Yeah, then I just let it sit, let it warm up because, that's 33 grams. So I'm pressing at 195. Temperature's at an actual 193 right now. So it still takes a long time to heat up that, even if you squish it down to, oh, we already got oil coming out. I'm at hardly any squish. I'm at like nothing. That's what happens too. You get lots of pressure on it. Then as it all warms up, it starts, compressing the heat. It makes it actually so it feels like there's no pressure on your gauge anymore. This one should dump pretty good. Just about 10 more grams in the last one. So, oh yeah, here it comes. Here comes the sauce, the juice, the good stuff. Oh, there's the trick. Look at that. There. You finally figured it out after 3 years. Except that's not long enough to... No. Maybe this will hold it up. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah. And see, being thicker, it doesn't get as hot as much. So it's a lot less dark. Sorry, it's a lot more clearer than the last one. Because that gets hotter a lot quicker. So you kind of start cooking things. This baby's bubbling. It looks like we've got a hair in it here. Oh, no, that's from the bag. All right. This is going to be a keeper right here. There we go. Now, see, it's starting to darken up in a little bit. A few places there. It's funny how the sides are always darker than the middle. I think that's just as it squishes to the side, it has to travel through the weed more, maybe get darker, or no, it's probably because the sides can get hotter before the center. So the center is cooler press where the outside's burnt a little bit. Not burnt, but there is like a 30-degree difference, which I've noticed in all of them. You get a lot lower weed or a lot lower yield in the first the low end of the 30 degrees, but you can double the yield at the top end of the 30 degrees, but your color difference is noticeable. You can look at it and go, this was, pressed hotter, where the more golden stuff is, it was pressed a lot cooler. Okay, last squish here. Bring it up to max temperature if I can. There we go. My thing's coming loose. Oh yeah, look at it forming over here. It looks like it's about done. No, it's still running out of there. But the corners, these are thick. As soon as it comes out, it cools off, right? And then it slows down. Okay. Not seeing much more pressure, still holding, maybe a little squeeze. No, that's it. She's there. You can kind of tell when there's just nothing more to squish. You've kind of squished everything. Okay, open her up. There we go. All right. I almost wanted to squish. No blowout. Yeah, but I do notice we got some oil on the other side of the paper, so it probably had a little stem poke through here in the corner, looks like. This out a bit. There, okay, best I got, I guess. There we go. That's a pretty decent. That one's thick. Probably a gram just sitting there. Another gram. Yeah, probably 2.5. Maybe 3 grams from that. That was not bad. That one's pretty thick. Okay, now for our last one, I'm going to ease off the temperature a bit. I'm going to back that off to 90. I should back that off to 90, I think. And we'll just go a little slower. There we go. Okay, last one. Okay, see in the back. Now this one is like a rock. See, you can even hear it's like hitting a piece of wood. I really had to stuff to get all that in there. So hopefully we can actually get it to fit. With this. Oh, here we go. Open wide. Oh yeah, she's tight. So when you're doing this, always push the bag, not all your paper. It'll slide in there. Keep everything nice and full. That went in there nice, better than expected. Okay, let's give this one a good squish. Get her down there and get her warm. we're only gonna go halfway. Just we're gonna let that warm up first because I don't trust it that much, especially that corner. Probably want to hold those bags at around 30 grams. Once I got over 40 or 35, or what is that? This one's 34. The end is, it's hard to fold the bag over. In fact, in there it looks like it's not even folded over. I'm going to squish it down a bit more. Probably take it out, fold it properly. But before you just power squish anything, always warm it up. Give this a little snipper. There we go. Okay. This is so big you can actually just stick your finger in there, feel the bag. You know, it's getting pretty warm. Okay, we're down to about there. You can see the bag. I don't know if you can see over here, but you can see the bag end is kind of unfolded. So I'm going to squeeze this a little more. Okay, like that. I'll let it back up. Bring it out. Just quickly, oops, sorry about that. Yeah. Okay, and then we're going to just fold this over nice. A lot better like that. Yep, there we go. Yeah, see. Trying to push it too much and it's just... That's another thing I like with a flour over pressing bubble hash. If you make a mistake with your flour, you can bring it back out, work with it, fix it. A lot of your mistakes you can fix. You know what to look for. Or once you press that bubble hash, when you get it hot, you ain't doing, not moving a whole lot of nothing. Kind of one shot and go. That side is still sticking out too far. I don't like it. Oh, that's where it wants to be. Okay, fine. We'll just push the whole thing under there a little bit. Oh, yes, there we go. Just everything is starting to work loose a little bit. Okay, there we go. Just set it right down there. Out of the way. So we can see what we're doing. That jaw is full. You couldn't really get that bag any better. Okay, there we go. We're going to start giving her a squish now. Bring her up about 25%. Got a good bag on this one. Except for that one's cut through. It's probably going to leak. There we go. Bigger, you got to take longer. That stuff's still not hot. right back. And there we go. The magical stubs are coming. I cut my bag a little too much right there. It's gonna leak. Yeah, there, that's looking better, eh? Yeah, this is looking better. Not quite as fast as 195 though. Which is coming out of the middle nicely. We're only at a half press. Oh shit, we're back down to a quarter. Bring it up to half, 50%. Right up there. Okay. Now we're giving her more of a squish. Nothing's coming out of that corner. That's very unusual. Yeah, so that's what happens when you don't get a good fold on it. Probably wasting quite a bit in that corner. Okay, we're at about a half. There we go. Bring it up to 100%. Now we're coming out the sides. Yeah, we just had to wait till we got everything squished down so we can push out the corner out here. Dead silence while we're lasting the law. Hey, local, how's it going? What did you say there? I pressed today too. Got nothing much again. What? Need bulk. I need bulk. Damn right. That's how it goes. But it works and it's fun. Can't get the big tree harvest. Can't? Oh, can't wait to get the big tree harvest next year. You gonna do another big outside one? Do a couple. That's what I would do. How did your outdoor taste compared to the inside? I know you're doing different strains, but Did you notice quite a that there's quite a unique, different taste? Almost dirty, I want to say. Just uploaded your 5-ton press unboxing video. Yeah. Just a couple weeks behind. Oh, no worries. No worries. Yeah, on the flavor, yeah. I don't know. It didn't cost me nothing to grow, right? But I also noticed it didn't burn quite. You see, outside, I think there is something that we're letting when you're growing indoors, you kind of naturally starve the plant towards the end because you only got so much power in that box of dirt. You grow it, you water and then you withdraw and you stop feeding at certain times and you can kind of use up all that nutrients in your pot. Where out in the pile there, it didn't taste like it was over fertilized at all. It tasted like weed and it didn't wasn't harsh, doesn't make me cough or nothing, but it doesn't burn clean. It burns like it has too much nitrogen in it. And that's because it still was growing in a pile of chicken poop, you know, at the end of its life cycle. So I think that has something to do with the flavor. And so I'm not all keen on this outdoor other than to grow a giant tree, right? That's always cool. That's the orange kush cake. It's different. Yes, the buds come out different come out a different density. Yeah, because it's outdoor. It gets more spindly. They're good for washing. That's what I was told. You must be high and tired. I hand type that sentence twice. It's all good. What is it about? What time is it here? 9:30. So what? 12:30 there for you? 11:30? 12:30? Okay, looks like this press is about done. Yep, this is what we got. You missed all of it there, local. I did a 20 gram, a 25 gram, a 26 gram, a 33 gram, and this last one, a 34 gram from my outdoor stuff there. And it's just the bottom, I had probably a quarter pound of just bottom bud. Okay, there we go. Oh, this one definitely, it came out the back. Yes, it did. This one was too big. That's why. That sucks. But that's why the second bag. So the second bag is probably got quite a bit in it back there. Let's find out. I'm curious, So it didn't do that on all the other ones, but you can see it there, eh? See it, put light behind it. Yeah, see it all in the bag. It burst. It was just too much. So 30 grams, I think, is the max. That's what I would say. But yeah, quite a bit there in the back. Broke through. Hey, see, there you go. Oh well, that's okay. That's okay. Still easy to collect. So I'm not quite sure how much we all got here. Yeah, 12:30. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. You're almost central, a little bit eastern, but that's about it. Yeah, you can go back and look if you just or select it or whatever. Yeah, I do have a container for it. So down in my little local grocery store, here I'll show you. We have these little things, and that's exactly what they're for. Yeah. So what's this? Probably, thumbnail high. And after I just put it all in here, these hold about almost level. I've had 5.6 grams in here. So you probably want to put about 5 grams in here because like 5.6 was sticking all to the top of the lid, because it was, when it sits for a while, it'll bubble, like a little bubble, and it was all over the top of the lid. But I'd probably put 4.5, or like just put an eighth in there, 3.5 grams, and it'll be perfect. And I can buy these things for like buck, $1.95 or something. So that's what I put them in. I've got, trying to think how many of these I made out of that Bubble Kush and the other Maui Mac. I had to go down and buy twice, so I've got 2 left, I think. So 6. So 6, say around 30 grams of rosin that I've pressed out of probably 250, maybe around 300 grams of weed. Got about 30 grams of rosin. Would probably be a good guess ish. Here. Okay, sorry. Whoa, I'm talking and not looking at the screen here. Where are we here? Why? Javier was running away from me, sitting, sliding everywhere, magnets flying off, weed sprinkled all over the cats. It was a frenzy today. No way. What do you cats? Do they like it like catnip or what? My cat hates it. Doesn't even go near it, even when it was growing outside. Oh, but talking about things eating, so I only harvested this one plant. The other one, I just cut it down, flipped it upside down in that grow shed, took the sides off, but the roof is still on it, and I've just left it hanging out there. Well, 2 times I've gone out there, and we have these wild chickens. They're called grouse. I don't know, the rough grouse or spruce grouse or something. I don't know. But 2 times I've seen him, and he's a rooster. Because when I got there the second time, he got all defensive, like he wasn't going to move. That's his eating area. He was eating all the leaves because it's the only green leaf around, right? Everything else is dead. So it was kind of funny. It was funny the first time, and then when I went back to the second time, I was like, "Oh wow, you really like this stuff." I haven't seen him out there anymore because he's just probably moved on for the day. But that was 2 times in that day. So here we are. I'll show you our last pull. Okay, sorry I got babbling. I'm not looking at the chat again here. I'm trying to do this in my kitchen because my grow shed outside has some problems and we can't go in it because I have some black mold and I just don't want to go around it. So I cleared it all out, so I don't have a work area or anything. That's what you have? You have a dab press. Okay, those are supposed to be pretty good. I didn't see what your second one was because you haven't showed it. Okay, sorry, I'm just reading through here. Mine has a silver tops too, accessory case. Came with 5 and a tool set. Okay. I need an efficient way to smoke it regularly though. Oh, the cat, the fluffy one, picks it up with her fluffy. Yeah, I know, right? All over their hair. Oh yeah, sorry, not the rooster. Yeah, it was a rooster chicken because you can tell the difference between the female and the male, just like all chickens. You can tell which one's a rooster and which one's not. And it was a rooster out there eating it. Yeah, because that's what they eat. They go through the forest and eat little leaves, and they survive in the wintertime by eating the evergreen, like the evergreen needles off the trees and whatever else they can find. I don't know, but they mostly eat leaves. So when he found that plant hanging upside down with it, nice fresh cola and all juicy leaves just hanging there, he was just having a great old time. Like a smorgasbord, I guess. Way more than I could dream of getting right now. Black mold. Yeah, black mold. The 5-pounder. Okay. I'll have to look later on. I've been busy with that game that I have. I got kind of addicted, and then that took up about 3 or 4 of my days, and doing the deer hunting and stuff too. Just once all this November's over, and everything, I'll sit down. I'll be back online chilling with everybody. But usually hunting season, harvest time, all that. Plus, I got a new addiction, so makes it kind of tough to be everywhere at once. I dedicated my name upload to you basically because it's another press video, and we're talking about pressing all the time. Oh, right on, cool. Yeah, I'll check it out. Okay. Anyway, so I don't really have anything more to show you. That's that. Where I was going with that with the trailer mold. So I'm doing this just like in my kitchen right now. Like literally, there's my stove, and so it's very warm in here. I have to take all this stuff outside and let it cool to collect it because you can't do it inside when it's warm. It just sucks. So darn dank dripping cellar. Yeah, it's a pretty cool game. I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of miss my gaming. I used to game quite a bit, but Buddy talked me into trying this, so it is. It's pretty good. Everyone needs a new addiction once in a while, right? Yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna do out there. I just evacuated everything, made a new grow room. Uh, I got I got what am I? What's today? Monday, Wednesday. I was wondering if I should do another like a live stream because I got another one, another two, three females growing out that were growing out there, and they were clones. Then because of the black molds and stuff, I had to build another office, grow room, whatever. So I built that, and then it was harvest time for the outdoor, so I put that in there for another 8 days. So those plants had to sit out there. I they were already ready for flower like 3 weeks ago. So I was like, okay, I won't water them. They're in 25-gallon pots, right? So I won't water them. That way they'll be light to move. Plus, without the water, slow. Turn the lights down on like 25%, right? And you can slow them down, but you can't stop them from growing. You know, they are so big now that now I put them into stretch. I'm bending them over, and I only got about 18 inches above my light, and we're only day 5 of flower, so they've just started stretching. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna be overwhelmed, but whatever it is, too much weed. What are you gonna do? Bulk. Yeah. Cool place for the pest. Yeah. Yeah, it does look kind of good. This house that we bought, this stuff here is, I don't know, man, what is that? 80s? 70s? Like, who uses that anymore? It's like a wallpaper, but every one of them little squares can peel off. And I'm pretty sure someone didn't put those all on. Like, it must be a wallpaper underneath it, and those just peel off because of age, probably. But anyways, yeah, that's where it is. So crappy lighting, etc. Man, I heard that that's the hardest thing to get rid of and is deadly. I don't know if it's deadly. It isn't healthy, and I've just evacuated out of there. So I don't know what I looked into it. They just say just use an N95 mask. Go in there. Like for me, I'll just wait till the middle of winter because everything's so cold. It's just inert, and as long as you don't have fans blowing around, it's still there. It's dormant, right? But just take out because the guy that built that before built it as a grow room as well, but he put fucking gyprock in there. So I just noticed I was moving some stuff, finishing, getting everything nice and organized, and I pull back a old board, and the gyprock is all gotten moldy. And I was smelling something there for a few days. I was kind of like, it smells moldy in here. And I was cleaning up, and sure enough, I found it. So not going to mess with it until it gets cold and frozen, and then I'll just go in there and remove all that gyprock, even though it's just the bottom. Clean it all out, and then it should be fine. But since it's a lot of work and I'm kind of lazy, It's probably going to take me a long time to do that. Okay, so here, whoa. What did I miss? What? Hey, I have a 2-inch plant going into. Serious? No way. No way. How old is it? Like, you could probably have them small grow, right? I know I've kept one in a pot, like it wasn't 2 inches, it was like 12 inches high, and I got a bud on top of it. But that's just because it didn't have no root space. And if you just give them no root space, they will not grow. Like you can give them, they just look very sickly, and they're just sickly looking. Okay. Oh, we have the gray. That's 90s, early 2000. It's in sections. Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, it is 25 years old, right? In the kitchen, the back of yeah. This is what I'm in. I'm in the kitchen. Yeah, it's supposed to be waterproof, I guess, right? In the kitchen, back behind the sink, we got the gray with the same pattern. Came with the house, which has never been renovated, so I think it's newer than 80s for sure. Okay. Yeah, and I was told not to use bleach. It causes a chemical, so I didn't know this, but black mold and bleach make like a gas or something that is really not good for you. Maybe that's what's the deadly part about it, because I know bleach has got you. I was told, I'm not sure, but if you use bleach, like some of the parts in bleach is what's used in mustard gas. So anytime you're, messing around with mustard gas, like, dude, that stuff was designed to kill you. So like, you don't want any exposure at all, like zero. Yeah, don't breathe. Yeah, no shit, eh? Oh, it's like a month old. Okay. Well, if it's a little autoflower, a month old, then probably, right? Right? I would say month old, hard, like rented out. I've seen some people like putting stuff online where they've had these pretty small autoflowers, you know, 8, 10, 12 inches high. That's it. You might get like quarter ounce off it, dried out, maybe. It's kind of just like a flavor, day smoke kind of, and done. Teeny, full grown, tiny, totally healthy, a mini bonsai. Oh, yeah. You think it's an autoflower? I would guess. That would be my guess, unless you triggered it. Yeah, don't mix that with mold bleach. There is what they say is use sprinkle baking powder on it. This sounds really weird, but the guy was like, "Man, try it. It works." And I've never done it yet, but he says take in baking powder, or no, not baking soda. Put the dust all over it. Just get all the dust, white powder dust all over it. And then take a squirt bottle of vinegar and just spray it down with vinegar. And he says the chemical reaction just neutralizes mold. I don't know, man. It sounds cool. That's how I make CO2. I put some baking soda in and vinegar and watch the chemical reaction, and it'll change the CO2 by like 1,000 uh, parts per million in the air in like an 8x8 in just like 5 minutes. It's so quick. There's a lot of gas come off that. But I don't know what it does with mold. Almost 2 inches. Can't tell. It's nuts. I need yield. Well, you're not getting it off that one, girl. Not yield off a 2-inch plant. Unless the buds are 2 inches long. Right? The lights were 7 hours off on the plant. I changed it from 5 now. It's Blue Dream. Yeah, it's sounding like it's an autoflower. Or it had some autoflower. Someone was crossing somewhere down the line. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a total genome genome, know the story of a plant's life, but I've heard of people getting what are regular and then having an autoflower, and everybody swears that it was a regular plant. So maybe, there's a lot of stuff mixed around. You're getting some seeds from here and from there, and people carrying pollen, and they're pollinating autoflowers over at one guy's place, and he's going over to another guy's place, and because we all kind of connected, you guys in the States visiting each other, not too hard to drag some pollen from one over to another, and it's in your clothes, it's on you. It's a microscopic spore, pretty much. You could go and pollinate a plant. Like, it could. It is possible. But anyways, local, I need to get off here. I've been going here for now, an hour and a half. Thanks for stopping by. Keep in touch. I'll come and check out your videos before I go to bed here tonight. I promise, and we'll give you a thumbs up and check what's going on. But I'm pretty just relaxed on YouTube right now. Just not living on it because I got too much other stuff going. So don't take it personal, guys. I know I've already lost a couple subscribers. That's okay. It's okay. It's understandable. I just kind of figured, like my name, in hindsight, it was probably wrong to put a Canadian outdoor strain and then start showing indoor grow videos, because that's kind of just, I don't know, it seems kind of stupid, but I guess, I don't know. That's me. So anyways, you bet. Thanks for stopping by, and have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's see if I can stop this thing now.